everybody, and welcome to the Pedal Zone, and welcome to, I don't know what this is, me and my dog hanging out, trying two different delay pedals from EarthQuaker devices. This actually pertains to a question that I saw on the Pedal Zone Facebook group. Yes, we have a group, and it's called the Pedal Zone group. Very original. Check it out. It's a fun place, cool people there. On the group, Alex Breyer, I hope I pronounced your last name right, Alex. You asked about the sonic difference between the Avalanche run and the Disaster Transport Senior. Now I get why it can be confusing, because on paper, both the Avalanche run and the Disaster Transport state to be a delay and reverb in one. And with the Avalanche run, it is actually a separate delay and reverb in one, which you can run into each other as you like. But with the Disaster Transport, it's a different story. It's actually two delays, which you can run in either parallel and in series via the bleed control. And delay A is a modulated delay, and delay B has the ability to blend in reverb on the trail. And it sounds very different from the reverb in the Avalanche run. The Avalanche run is very modern, hall-like, and the reverb in the Disaster Transport Senior is way more splashy and spring-like. And as I said, it only affects the tail of delay B. So if we give it a quick listen here, I have the Avalanche run set up to a standard delay. Very bright and modern, and now we can blend in some reverb. I maxed the decay, of course. I'm an ambient guy. So as you can hear, like supremely lush and airy and just very modern sounding. Now, if you switch to the Disaster Transport and listen to delay A without any modulation, we have two modulation controls, depth and rate. You can already hear that it sounds very different from the Avalanche run, way darker and way more tape-like. Especially if we begin to introduce some modulation, then you get the real tape-like feel. Oh. Now, if we introduce delay B, we can get these cool syncopated dual delays. Now, if we try to blend in some of the reverb on delay B, you will hear that the reverb only affects the tail of delay B, and it's not like this whole massive reverb that envelops your sound like the Avalanche run. There you can hear it when I play percussively. That introduces itself on the first repeat of delay B. And if we max it, so the Disaster Transport is way more in the vein of, old space echoes, which had multiple playback heads and the ability to blend in some spring reverb. Now, where the fun really starts to happen with the Disaster Transport is in the bleed control, which changes the routing from parallel to serial, and all kinds of different blends of parallel and serial. So if we start to introduce some bleed, then you will hear the top delay feed into the bottom delay. It's just a way different feeling than the Avalanche run, and a way completely different ambience. I guess that's why I really like the Disaster Transport Senior, because it just sounds more old and broken, but in a good way. And it's not as pristine and pretty as the Avalanche run. The Avalanche run is just great for your classic, all-immersive ambience, Well, the Disaster Transport just has a ton of mojo and a ton of texture. So for me, I personally like to stack the Disaster Transport with other delays in order to impart some of its movement into other delay lines. So let's stack the Avalanche run and the Disaster Transport. It's gonna be awesome. So I hope that sort of gave you an idea of the sonic difference between the Disaster Transport Senior and the Avalanche run. Even though they both claim to be a delay and reverb in one pedal, they sound very, very differently. And they go for different delay vibes. So I know that the Avalanche run does way more than I just showed here. It does reverse delays and swells, and you can control all sorts of things with an expression pedal. This was just to show you, how they sound differently. So I hope it helped. What would help me here at the Pedal Zone is that if you remember to press that subscribe button here on YouTube, and if you go and check out our other social channels on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. Do anybody use Twitter anymore? I don't know. We are there if you want to hang out with us there. So, yeah, that's it for me. Checking out. Bye.